Both Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump seem to think it's business as usual. They think that Israel can bomb and the ceasefire can exist simultaneously. This is what happened after the ceasefires reached in the Gaza and Lebanon wars, both of which established a status quo where one side had to halt all operations and Israel simply carried on. Trump is trying to force Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz and hand over its enriched uranium, while Israel continues its massacres against the Lebanese population as a whole. But it won't work. As Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Saeed Khatibzadeh told the BBC, you can't have an agreement in which Lebanon is specifically named in the scope of the ceasefire and then let your ally conduct a massacre there. Unbelievably, that is also the view of the British, French and the EU foreign policy establishments. Now, there are strong domestic pressures on the Israeli Prime Minister to keep fighting. He was cut out of the deal that Trump got from the Iranians, and there is a domestic backlash at its terms. It's seen as capitulation. He was accused at home of having achieved none of the objectives he set out when his forces attacked Iran 6 weeks ago. Israeli tanks, only a few kilometers from the border, are now facing stiff opposition from Hezbollah, the militia everyone wrote off as smashed after the last encounter. And the same circumstances apply to Netanyahu and the religious Zionist right that applied right through the Gaza genocide. Israel has to be in a permanent state of war. Otherwise, Netanyahu will lose power, and the opportunity of a lifetime to expand Israel's borders will slip from the grasp of the religious Zionists. The deal that Trump got from Iran was indeed a strategic disaster for Trump and Netanyahu. Under its terms, Iran continues to control the Strait of Hormuz, allowing a limited number of ships through during the period of the ceasefire, and it will continue to collect transit fees along with Oman. But that is not all. The price of peace with Iran is a binding pledge not to attack it again, the removal of all sanctions, both primary and secondary, and compensation for war damage. The deal as it stands pulls the rug from under Netanyahu's feet and is a major blow to his authority, which is why he will put up extreme resistance and continue to carry on the war in Lebanon. It now turns out, and Israel is just waking up to this, that every one of the predictions Netanyahu pitched to Trump for over an hour in the Situation Room under the White House on February the 11th proved to be false. That was a meeting that convinced Trump to attack Iran. The Israeli leader said that Iran's ballistic missile program could be destroyed in a few weeks. In fact, Iran continues to fire ballistic missiles in the 6th week of the war. He said that Iran would be so weakened by the airstrikes that it could not choke off the Strait of Hormuz. The reality is that no ship is passing or has passed without Iranian consent.